David, I've added the sending stones into your inventory because I couldn't remember who actually had them.
David.
I think it
You
was
did actually give them to David.
Okay. And which one of you has the beacon?
I just threw it. I threw it in the sea.
Okay, right.
Someone said beacon.
Right, so there was an elven blacksmith at the...
It was my last move before the end of the game.
There was an elven blacksmith in the fort who had basically placed a beacon in his forge, and Tordum had basically thrown it into the
Just
into
before
the
we
water.
entered game, I threw it as far away as possible. I think it
Right in the
landed
middle,
somewhere around there, if I remember
Okay.
rightly, in that sort of wavy bit.
Sure.
I did make note of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw the beacon away and it landed just a bit further than the shipwreck in
Okay.
the map.
Okay. Cool.
So I don't understand. Do we need the beacon?
Right. So the water creatures are attacking, and now that they're here, they don't really seem to be too discerning about who they're attacking or what. So Tordum made the call to basically throw the beacon into the river to see if that would send them away.
And then we ended game for the night.
Okay. And also, because it's David's birthday, you all get inspiration.
Ah.
What does that mean?
Hold on. We didn't get inspiration when it was my birthday.
Because the only person who played with me on my birthday was Charlotte.
Great.
I don't know if I've turned inspiration on or off.
Yeah, it looks like you've turned it on here. So, but Charlotte, in answer to your question, basically, you can use your inspiration to give yourself advantage on stealth check.
That's so cool.
Sorry, on skill check, not strength check, rather. Okay, right. So, I've completely forgotten which whose turn it actually was. So we'll just go back to the top of the list.
I think we did actually go to the bottom of the list and said it would be
Yeah, I
top
think
list when
we
came
finished
back.
like one rotation.
Okay, that's cool. Right. So in that case, Natalie, you're up. Can you see from there?
Yeah. Well, obviously I threw the beacon last turn.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the orange guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I was calling his not the
Yep.
orange guy. Right, you have to bear with me because I've not really done it on a phone before. Attacks. How far away from him am I from the orange guy?
30 feet.
Yes. I want to cast Witch's Bolt.
Sure.
It's a bit so slow. $13 to hit.
Is that plus anything?
No, that's already included.
Okay, unfortunately that doesn't hit. So you aim and you fire, but it just clips the wall that it's standing in front of.
Okay.
Anything as bonus?
Have I thrown an animal out
No.
somewhere? Can I throw? Can I summon something?
What would you like? Yep, roll to summon.
That's one thing you may have to look up for me. I think that's a D6. No, that's a D6. I can roll, but I just need the thing I can't see. I rolled a 1.
Weasel.
I summoned a weasel.
Where do you want the weasel to appear?
It lands next to me.
So, yeah, do you want it on the wall next to you, or...? Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Alright, so that's your turn over.
Yes.
Okay, Michele, it's your turn.
I'm still really confused.
Mm-hmm.
What was I doing before?
Right, so you were basically just beating the living crap out of this orange one next to you. But you have used some of your key points in attacking it.
I think it's because McKenny wasn't here for the actual start.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't.
But I was basically role playing as you and used. I basically did a number of actions for you. So some of your key points have been taken up.
But sorry, the baby just rolled a ridiculous amount of dice.
That's fine.
Alright.
But basically, you've worked out that but your quarter staff doesn't really have much effect on it, but your punches do.
Yes, because of the gimlet. Alright, so I guess I will still attack him.
Alright?
So just gonna skip the pull-up then. That was a 20. Right. We got 15.
Yeah, that hits.
Another 15.
Yep, there. They both hit, yep.
Cool. Two. So it's
13 damage, I count that.
13 damages, yes.
Okay. Okay, so basically what happens whenever you punch it, instead of your hand going into it like you would normal water, basically the water elemental seems to suddenly become solid, and when you punch it, there's the sound of a depth charge going off inside it, and it sort of disperses for a moment, and then immediately comes back into this sort of humanoid form that it's in, but you can tell that it has actually been quite badly knocked back as a result of your attack.
Yes. Okay.
Do you want to use a key point to do another attack?
No, not yet. I don't know. Not yet.
Alright. Is that your turn over then?
Do I see if anybody will need some help around me? I know this guy is beating a wall and wherever people are on top. But is this guy, the elemental, facing direct me, or is just hitting wherever he's sitting?
It's facing the wall at the minute, but it's not. Now that you've hit it, it's turned around to look at you. If you were to take a moment to sort of look around, you can see that Kashan is fighting another one, and a bigger, much more armoured, more solid version of one, holding a trident which appears to be made out of solid water, is advancing on him from behind him.
Oh. Okay. Well, I know that Kashan doesn't like to get hit and right behind. I guess I'm gonna help the next round. No, I'm done. I'll keep it like that for now.
You can use a key point to disengage, and
Yeah, that's the thing that I was thinking about. Yeah, okay. I'll disengage
okay.
the points. And get keep going out. And I'd like to go on the other side of the river.
Okay, so this section here is basically where a big piece of water has been destroyed, and it's slowly there's almost like an invisible wall here at the top of it, which is stopping water from flowing back in, but it is slowly trickling in. So this area here is basically solid ground.
Oh, my thoughts was like being Jesus, but I guess that played works enough. So yeah, I'll disengage. I'll disengage and I would like to reach Kashan to give him some help.
Okay. And are you going cross water or are you using solid ground?
Solid ground. But I was like Goofy. Yes, solid ground.
Okay. So as you go past, you can see that the javelin that Padwin gave to Kashan is lying on the ground as well.
Oh, can I take it
Yeah.
and bring it with me? Okay, cool.
Okay. So in your inventory, if you add Padwin's javelin to your inventory.
Yes. I don't know what is a good way to help myself now.
What was that?
Like I don't know where to and where to stop. If it's like being here or actually.
It'll probably be more here. So how far can you move?
That was the thing that I was looking into as well. It says 40 feet.
Yeah, so
So
you would make it to about here, I would say, or here. Basically anywhere along these three here.
Yep. Because of scribbling on me, but okay.
Okay, so I'll remove this. Okay, Charlotte, you're up.
Yeah, the water thing in front of me, I would like to... I'm going to try casting Firebolt on it.
Sure.
Okay. That is... Oh, that's a 10.
Is that plus anything?
I plussed it already.
Unfortunately, that doesn't hit. So you're basically so you're basically far off this bolt, and the water elemental just matrixes out of the way, and it just flies like into the wall, and just bounces off, and just lands in this pot.
God damn it! And then I will get my spiritual weapon to have a thwack at it.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
Being the correct word, thwack.
Oh, I always say thwack.
Ooh, that one's good. That is a 22.
Oh, lovely. Yep, that hits.
I'd be worried if you said no.
Considering there's a more armor bomb coming towards me, Sim.
Yeah, just wait until you go up against the Myrmidon.
That is 8 points of radiant, force damage against water.
Force damage, yeah. Against blue one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So it has a very similar effect to the point that all of the guards who are still carrying in their beds around you all cover their ears and try to drown out the sound which is now resounding in their helmets. Okay.
And that is my go. That's all I can do.
Okay. Right. So it's the water elemental's turn now. So this one, having been abandoned by Turek, is going to phase through this wall and is going to attempt to swallow up this guy.
Wallow?
Strength 15.
Oh yeah, they can kind of like take you into their body and attempt to drown you.
Okay.
I believe that.
This guy fails that save, so he's been sucked in. This blue one is going to make an attack against you, Marilla.
Go for it.
+7. Okay. Okay, so one hit, so a hit and a miss.
Okay.
So that one has done 13 damage to you.
Okay, I'm fine. Oh.
And the green one is going to go up against you, Kashan.
I'd be worried if you didn't.
Again, a hit and a miss. Okay, and that does 8 damage to you.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so David, it's your turn now.
Okay. Acknowledging that the big fella is not far away, I will use my. Initially, I will use my second wind to get a little bit of health back.
Mm-hmm.
So let me get a D10. 6, 10 HP. Take that. Better than nothing.
Cool.
Right. And then I will. I'm trying to remember what done stuff and what didn't.
Basically, anything physical didn't appear to affect it, but your fire attacks did, and your... Wait, does your ice rune, that's for defense, isn't it?
Yeah, that's like, gives me a bonus to strength and con saves as well as make raise it.
Yes, so physical attacks didn't seem to affect it that much, and when it was in the water, it appeared to heal up.
The spider javelins, the poison damage done stuff, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah. Right, I'm gonna stab it with the other spider stinger javelin I have in my inventory.
Okay.
One of them is still currently with the guards over there.
Yep.
Alright. I will, I got a new dice tray for my birthday, so let's go for the
lovely.
first roll of
Ooh.
it. Exciting times, right? That is an 18 to hit. So,
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. No, not bad, not bad, not bad. Right, so, 2d8 poison. So, 2d8 poison. So 7 poison damage. Is it worth rolling the normal damage? Does it do anything, or are they just completely immune?
It does do something, just not a lot.
Okay, well that is so 7 poison damage, and that's a full 9 for the normal damage.
Alright. Are you going to do anything else?
No, that is me, because I used my bonus to use me second one.
Okay. So the dwarf, who's basically seen you do this, and it seems to notice that it seemed to have some sort of effect, is going to go over here and grab put the javelin that is in the ground, and is going to throw that at the water element as well. So I'm just going to hack into your account, Kashan, while I roll this out.
Go for it.
Okay, that's a hit. Okay, so... Right, so 4 damage with the actual piercing of it, and then the poison, 2d8. Does 8 damage. Okay.
Nice.
Maths time. There we go.
I give him a hearty nod of approval.
Okay, and then... Right, so he's basically... So he's got your javelin stuck in him. I'm assuming you're still holding on to it.
Yeah.
Right, and then this one is sticking out of the water just next to it. Okay, so that was his first attack. So then, as a second attack, he's just going to he's going to run up to you, and then basically use you as a ladder to basically run up onto your leg, then onto your shoulder, and then jump up here. And then he's going to throw an axe at the Myrmidon, which unfortunately misses. The Myrmidon just swings his trident around and just deflects the axe into the water. Okay, right, so speaking of, it's now the Myrmidon's turn. Oh wait, no, it's Mewala's turn. So Mewala, seeing you getting hit, Charlotte, is basically just going to run over, bat your magical weapon aside, and just charge straight at the creature. And he's going to make his attack. Ooh, nat 20.
Yes, Moela.
Right, so he's going to make a hit with his longsword. Come on. Right. Okay, and that's that. It has a very similar sort of effect, but he swings it with so much force that it does actually do something. Okay. This then inspires all of these people to actually get up out of bed. And they're all going to try and just generically mosh pit this water elemental. Alright. So now it's the Myrmidon. So completely ignoring the dwarf, the Myrmidon is going to advance on Yukashan.
Yeah, that tracks.
You're the biggest guy in the room, so...
Bada bing, bada boom. Biggest guy in the room.
Alright, so he is going to make 3 attacks squarely against you. And 2 hits and a miss.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. So... So 1d6. Right. So this is a little bit confusing because this guy's got so many different rules about attacking. So bear with me.
I did 1d6, so I'm hoping I survive 2 hits.
Okay. Right. Okay, so you take 13 damage from just being swiped with the trident.
How bloody are you looking?
And then...
I've been better.
Oh god.
And then... Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you?
You can indeed. 22.
Okay. You take 5 cold damage from just sheerly how cold this thing is against you.
Alright, I've definitely been healthier.
Does
I'm
your
not even near you.
does your ice rune prevent you from being attacked by frost damage?
No, so it needs to be activated first anyway, but it gives us, essentially it just gives us an extra +2 to any ability checks and saving throws that use strength or con.
Right,
so
okay.
It doesn't give us any immunities or anything, it just gives us
Right, okay. Okay, so back up to the top of the list. Natalie, you're up.
Yeah. I'm gonna try Witch's Bolt again.
Okay, against?
Can I see the orange one?
Not anymore, because the floor is in the way.
Can I go down the stairs so I can see it, please?
Okay. Is the weasel going with you?
It's,
Okay.
it's literally just going to follow me around.
Okay, so I'll say for the point of argument this door is open.
Okay, right, so I'm going to try and cast Witch's Bolt gun.
Okay. You can do it with advantage if you want.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to because
Okay.
it's a crap roll. 22 hit.
Yep.
Okay, so it suffers 9 lightning damage.
Okay. And that's against orange. So, you basically hit it with the lightning, and even after the lightning bolt courses from your hand and hits it, it stays with the creature, and it just courses through it just completely and utterly. So how much damage?
9 damage.
Okay. Maths time again.
No, and I can now it's made connection with it. I can what do you call it?
Also hits next time.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
If I choose to.
Okay. Right. So even after, as I said, even after you've hit it, you can see the electricity is still coursing through it. The guy who is inside it does also appear to be being electrocuted as well.
Oops. Sorry.
Would your weasel go to do anything?
Weasel can't do anything.
Yeah, but he can move, can he?
It moved with me.
Yeah, we haven't moved your full amount.
You don't know how far Weasel can move.
Let's have a look.
I've got it here. 30 foot.
Yes, it's only got 5 foot of movement left.
So it's going to stand in front of me.
Okay. Right, Michele, you're up.
And attempt to look
Hey.
menacing.
Right. I'd like to go over here on the back of this big guy
Okay.
and try to beat the shit out of him.
Okay. You are technically flanking it now. So you get advantage on your attacks.
Yes, that's what I like to hear. Right. What's the advantage on it? Just the hit rolls.
Put not on everything. So so you basically roll to hit with advantage, and then you just roll to just to hit, and then roll damage as normal.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I'd like to use my last key points for now.
Mm-hmm.
To use a flurry of blow.
Yep.
So it's 4 attacks, but I still want to use the polearm, the pole stuff to attack him because it Drew is an elemental, but it looks more or less more humanoid, right?
Yep.
You never know what happens. It's free anyway. Alrighty. So the first attack is 11.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Ah, no shit. 9. Oh come on, seriously.
Bear in mind, each attack is done with advantage.
Alright, so this is the first. The second one is 16.
Is that plus anything?
No, 16.
Okay, unfortunately that doesn't hit.
Oh, I've got a crit.
Okay. So what attack is it that's giving you the crit? Is that a punch?
And that's the third attack on the flurry of blow.
Okay.
Cool. And that is the polearm.
Okay.
Cool. Which I did 1, so 4. So basically just a crit.
Okay, so roll damage.
Me. Come on.
You can use your inspiration to re-roll the damage roll if you want.
Yes. Alright. So 16.
16 damage, yeah?
We
Is that... Was that 8 damage doubled, or...
8 damage doubled, yes.
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't hit it with the... did I hit it with the 16?
No. Just the crit.
This thing is an armored boy.
Okay, so is that your turn done, Mikhail?
I'm
What do-
done now. Can do nothing else.
Or do you want to use your belt as a free action to try and get some key points back?
Yeah, but I already used my free action
Okay, go.
for the body of blows. I actually can do a reaction for the opening technique. I try. So if he fails a strength saving throw, he can take reaction until the next turn.
Do it. Okay, it passed.
Fair enough. Cool. Done.
Alright then. Who's next? Charlotte, you're up.
Okay. I would like to. First of all, I'm going to use a healing kit on myself if I can.
Yep.
Just because if I take another hit, I think I'm going to go down.
Don't do
Yeah. Okay, that is. Ooh, I rolled a 6 and I can't do maths. What level are we?
4.
4. 10. 14 hit points regained.
Nice.
So hopefully I'm not going to die on my next hit. And then spiritual weapon comes in and sort of floats above the guy's head, roughly hit
Okay.
the water.
With advantage because he's flanked.
Oh, yes.
Not entirely sure how you flank water, but still.
There's
Clearly,
Okay. That is, oh god, 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
18 even. I can't do maths. Ooh, that's really good. That was really, really good. That is,
Me.
I can't do maths today. I'm really struggling. 10. That was really easy. 10 points of damage.
Alright. You gonna do anything else?
I'm gonna take a step backwards. Oh no, would that provoke an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Nope, I'm not gonna move. I would know that. So I'm
Okay.
gonna stay where I am.
Okay, so. So, the orange one is going to move up against this guy and isn't going to try and
Sack him.
suck him in. He's just going to give him a good old-fashioned whack. Okay, that hits. And what's damage? Okay, and unfortunately this guy is dead.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
As is this guy, technically. Alright.
These guys are not strong.
This guy is going to attack Mirwala. hit and a miss. Da-da-da. Okay, and has done 16 points of damage to him. And Miwala is not looking happy.
Shit, on the other side. The healer's the other side, guys. This was dumb.
Okay, and then the green one, unfortunately, is going to make his move against Kashan.
Let's go.
Oh wait, he hasn't tried doing that yet. Okay, so Kashan, can I get a strength saving throw from you?
Yes, you may. That is a natural 20.
Okay, right. So it hasn't sucked you in, and you're not going to drown.
Fight at it.
Okay, right. So David, you're up.
Okay, I am not overly healthy. I am going to, as my bonus action, activate my Frost Rune, and then I'm going to attempt to. No, I'm going to attempt to stab at the Myrmidon with my spear.
Okay. Do you still have your Giant Smite activated?
Yes. I forgot to roll that last time. It's just an extra d6 of.
Yeah. Well, if you roll that now, and
Yeah. Okay. Does a 19 hit him?
Yep.
Okay, good. Right. So. It is.
So you attacking it with the stinger?
Yes. So, shall I roll like 3d6? One for.
Right. If you roll 1d6 against the green guy.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That is an extra 3.
Okay. Right, and then your normal attack against the Myrmidon.
So, normal attack against the Myrmidon, including the d6 for Giant Smite, is 7 normal damage.
Okay.
And then 2d8 poison. Ooh, 14.
Ooh, lovely.
Big poison damage. And that is me. My armor now shining, looking chilly.
Okay, right, so so Miwala and his guards are going to each do their attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool, they all hit and one even got a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
God's putting us to shit.
Okay. Okay, so all in all, that comes to about 20 damage on the blue one. Okay, so then the dwarf that's on top of the wall is going to just simply jump off the wall and just try and grab hold of the trident in a grapple. Strength. Come on. Right. And he has succeeded in just dragging the trident down. So, the Myrmidon can't actually make any attacks for its turn because the dwarf has basically wrestled its trident into the ground.
This dwarf is my new best friend.
Okay, so seeing what you guys are doing, these guys are now going to come over and attempt to help with the elemental. But only two of them can actually go reach it. So one hit and a miss, and Okay. Okay, so now it's the Myrmidon's turn. But he technically can't do anything except try to throw the dwarf off. So strength. Which unfortunately he does. So the dwarf is now here, but it's used up all of its actions to try and do that. Literally, it took 3 strength saving throws to try and throw this dwarf off.
A dwarf is my new best friend.
Okay, so back up to the top with Natalie.
Can I just auto cast Witch's Bolt?
Well, before we do that, actually, because this thing is still being electrocuted, it still takes damage. So you did 8 damage? No, 9 damage, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And then can you roll a d12 for me?
Right. Come on. Right. D12. Okay. That's the amount of damage it's taken.
I can't read.
8.
Okay.
So is that the damage it took?
Yes.
Okay. So with that final burst of electricity, Orange One is gone.
Yay.
Are you going to send your weasel anywhere?
I'm gonna just send it around to the blue guy. If it'll
Okay.
reach, just
1,
see how far
2,
it goes.
3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so Morella, you have a weasel next to you.
It's just gonna bite the guy.
Are you going to move over next to it?
I'm gonna move around, but not so I'm like directly in combat with it.
So about there.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so let's remove this guy. Right. Okay, Michaela, you're up.
Hello. So first thing first, as a bunch of the dodge action, I'd like to use the belt
Yep.
to recover my key points.
Yep.
So it's basically 1d4 plus 1.
Yep.
D4. Oh. Right. I've got 3 points.
Okay. So you've recovered 3 key points.
Yes. Say that. I'd like to attack again.
Yep. You going to do 4 attacks again, or?
Yes, that was the point. So I'm thinking at the same time. I'm sorry. With the flurry, the flurry.
Sure.
So, get out. All right. So, first attack. Is he still advantage?
Yep. Still flanked.
So, first attack is 25.
Mm-hmm.
The second attack is 13.
Yep.
Third attack is is not 20.
Yep.
And that's the third, right?
Yep. So 1 more attack.
Yeah. 25.
Okay, so all but the second attack hit.
Cool. So
Right, so roll the crit damage first.
yes. 18.
In total, or to be doubled?
In 18 for the critical one.
Okay.
And then we've got a 6 and a 9. So the 15 more damages.
Okay.
That is it.
Alright. He really did not like that. That really hurt him. And even though that his armor and stuff hasn't shrunk at all, the water which is giving him form has significantly reduced.
Hmm.
So might even say he sort of like looks somewhat anorexic, if that makes sense.
Weaker.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's. Under normal circumstances, he wouldn't be strong enough to hold his armor and stuff together, but because he's magical, he obviously is.
Okay. Cool. I finished. I've done everything.
Okay. Okay. Right, so, Charlotte, you're up.
Okey-dokey. I am going to cast, first of all, whatever it's called. That's really helpful. Guiding Bolt.
Yep.
Is it still with advantage?
Yep, because he's flanked.
Okey-dokey. That is a 20, not natural.
Yep.
Okay. Oh dear, this is very good damage. 12 points of damage. Radiant damage.
12 points of radiant damage, lovely.
Nice.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my Guiding Bolt again. It's going to go and try to take another hit.
Wait, sorry, what are you doing?
Using my Guiding Bolt. No, my spiritual weapon.
Yeah. I was about to say, haven't you just done that?
I've not had much sleep and I've been in the library all day.
I would love to spend all day in a library.
I wouldn't, because it was for my dissertation.
Oh, poor you.
At least you weren't studying worms.
That's true. That is a natural 20.
Yay!
It's the worm talk that did it.
The one talk out. Okay. Ooh, really good damage. Really, really good damage. That is 20 points of damage.
Oh, lovely.
Ah.
Right, so as that hits you, you actually see like what would be its arm just like fly off and just splatter against the wall. So technically, it's only got one arm now.
Yes. That's my go.
All right. Okay, so it's going to make its attack against you, Charlotte, because you just ripped off one of its arms.
That is very fair.
But at least there's only one attack this time.
Exactly.
Okay, that hits you, I'm afraid. So, two. That's 11 points of damage to you. Oh wait, sorry.
Okay.
No, 6 damage rather.
6 points.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm fine.
Okay. So this water elemental is now going to turn on guards that have arrived and is going to try and whack against them. Alright. Oops. Okay. And has successfully killed this one. And yeah, the only 2 left. So David, you're up.
Right. I guess I'm just going to go again for this big lad. Actually, I might. Yeah, no, I'm. Seeing how successful the dwarf was in making him not be able to kill me last time, I'm going to attempt to wrestle the trident from the water element, the Myrmidon even.
Well, technically, you could action surge, do an attack, and then try and wrestle it.
I believe I've used my action surge,
Oh, have you? Okay.
I've
Yeah.
got it marked as. Oh no, I haven't. You're right. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stab it first. Or at least if I haven't marked it down. So I'm gonna say that I have. Does
Wait,
18 hit?
Is that plus anything?
That is with the plus.
Okay. Yes, it does hit. But bear in mind, you can do it with advantage, see if you can get a crit.
That was with advantage.
Okay. Right. So yeah, that hits.
So, because my first roll was a 3. Right, okay, so giant might and stabby damage is 8.
Alright.
And then 2d8 for these two. That is another 12 poison damage.
Lovely.
And then I will burn my action surge and attempt to strength check.
Okay, it got 13.
I beat that on the roll by itself and I'm plus 3, so I got 18 in total.
Okay, so yes, you've successfully restrained it.
Nice. Well, that's me. That is.
Okay, right, so... To the moment... No, wait, it's the guard's turn. So the dwarf, seeing what you've just done, is not going to attack the myrmidon, is going to attack the trident. With both of his hand axes. This dwarf just appears to be just pulling axes out of his armour. Okay, so hit and a miss. And... Oh wait, no, he does it with advantage as well. So, one sec. So... Which was good, because he got a crit. So... So 2 and... So 5 and... Okay, so the dwarf just brings both of his axes down on the icy points of the trident, and the whole thing just shatters. Unfortunately, it means that you lose your grip on it, but the trident has now been destroyed. Okay. Right, so this guy's going to step up in place of his fallen guy.
I've done most of the work, okay? Now they just come around and just give the fight a blow, because it was all my job.
Okay, so the guards haven't managed to do anything against Green Guy. But then Miwala and his guys are going to attack the blue one, and unfortunately only Miwala seems to score a hit against it. And not a particularly decisive hit, unfortunately.
Give me 2 seconds.
Okay, so... Right, so now it's the Myrmidon's turn. He's going to try and fight you off, and... Oh, no, he doesn't need to. Right, so he's going to make some... Okay, right, so he's just simply going to turn to you, Turek, and is just going to try and punch you in the face. Wait. Right. So 1. Okay, so that's a hit. That's a hit, and... Okay, so all 3 of his attacks hit, so you take 12 punching damage.
To who? To me?
Yep.
Okay.
Right, and okay, yeah, and that's his turn done.
12, so I've got 8 points. Yay.
Okay, so Nat, you're up.
Okay, I am going to recast Witch's Bolt.
Sure.
I have to recast it because obviously.
Question.
Yep.
I had 20 hit damage, but how did you calculate it before? Did you add them up, or did you took them out from the max points?
How do you mean?
Like, how did you reach the 20? Going down from 31, or going from 0 to upwards?
You have taken some blows while you were away last time.
Yes. And did you come from 0, or did you come from 31?
Yeah, from wherever your max health was.
Okay. Okay.
Why, you knocked out?
No, because if I go, if I take them off, it's 8. If I add them up, it's 32, and I'm down. So that's why I'm asking.
Oh no, it's just 12 damage.
I don't know which way you did before, that's why.
Yeah, it's just 12 damage, 8 health remaining.
Okay, cool.
And what level are you casting Witch Bolt?
I stopped because I'm doing it on the first level one. I have marked it.
Okay.
23 hit.
Yep.
One damage.
No.
Can I use my inspiration and re-roll?
Yep.
4 damage. It's a bit better.
Okay. Right, so as before, but the electricity just courses through this thing, and it doesn't seem to like it at all.
Yep.
Right. Is your weasel going to do anything?
It's going to bite him.
Okay. So just going to go onto the legs of people and just take a bite.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I rolled the right dice there. 13 plus 4, 17 hit.
Yep.
He takes 1 damage. I just know the weasel's bite is like 1. Roll it tells you it's 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Michaela, you're up.
Yes. Alrighty, so it's just the elemental boy, right?
But yeah, there's this one here and the Myrmidon in front of you.
Was the Myrmidon died already?
No, it's taken a lot of damage from you, but it's still standing.
Oh, alright. I guess I'll just attack him again.
Okay.
I'll use another key point.
Yep.
Here I go. Oh, fuck you. 18.
Yep.
No, sorry, 23. Am I still? Yes.
Yep, still advantage.
33. 23 is the first one.
Yep.
Oh god. 11 is the second.
Yep.
21 is the third.
Yep.
And 19 is the fourth.
Okay, so all but the second hit.
Okay. Just the second, or all of?
No, all of them hit except the second.
Okay. So is 5, 9, 6, 7. Why it is not coming out inside? There it is. So it was 7 plus 15.
7 plus 15. 22 damage.
That it is.
Alright. Okay, so in doing that, you actually punch one of his arms off.
Okay.
It lets out this like shrill whistling, but that actually sounds more like a whale song as opposed to anything that you would associate with pain.
Okay.
Alright, so Charlotte, you're up.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I was about to ask how is the water looking, but I'm guessing watery.
Sorry?
She's going to ask how the water was doing, but then to start, you'd probably say something stupid like it's watery.
Yeah, it's quite wet, but it's also it's quite diminished in its size in comparison to what it was. Like
Okay.
very diminished, and also it's sparkling with electricity.
Fun. This'll be fun then. I'm gonna cast my cantrip firebolt.
Okay.
It's still with advantage, right? If
Yep.
not, I'm using my inspiration.
Yep.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, I miss. I had a nat 1 and a nat 2, so I don't think I'm gonna
Okay.
hit.
All right.
And then I'll
And
use spiritual weapon.
yep.
I'm gonna change dice.
How did a firebolt mix?
I rolled the same. That is 18.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Is 6 points of damage.
All right.
Radiant damage, I think, or force damage.
Force damage. Yep. Okay. Is that your turn done?
Yeah.
Okay. So the blue one is going to attempt to escape through this wall. So you and your spiritual weapon get an attack of opportunity. Nate, your
Do
weasel
we-
gets an attack of opportunity.
You're just going to bite him?
Okay.
Do we get advantage on attacks of opportunity?
Yes.
Yes.
Weasel didn't hit.
Okay.
Because it rolled 4. That's
my
plus 4.
Spiritual weapon got a 22, and I'm gonna redo firebolt. Yeah. Oh my goodness, firebolt definitely misses, but my spiritual weapon should hit.
I'm back.
Just in time, it's near your turn. So what did your spiritual weapon get?
I rolled a 22. Well, I didn't roll. I altogether rolled a 22, and 5 points of damage.
Okay, and that successfully kills it. Well done.
Yay!
Yes.
You
Sit
just
down.
you just shout out to the others like, "Yeah, we're good here. All finished." Okay.
Oh, so many people are gonna die, and I'm not there to help.
Okay, so this water one is going to. No, he's going to stay there. He's going to attack the guard that's in front of him. That's a hit. Okay. It's given this guy a good old-fashioned whack, and this guy's looking very battered. He's like, the force of it like whacked him right to his, onto his back, and he's now cowering behind his shield. And David, it's your turn.
Alright. So I am probably just gonna keep attacking this guy, I guess.
The moment, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't really have much else I can do right now, so I'm gonna try stabbing him again.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it going. So I've just dice. that's fine. That's rolling as well. 2 seconds. It's about like 2 phone calls back to back. On the plus side, Liam is getting keys for a flat tomorrow.
Oh, lovely.
So should be back with us within the next couple of weeks, depending on how soon he can get in and out of the room. That is a 19, so 24 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
And then normal damage, that is 4.
Okay.
So I can do that. As for poison damage, 14. That's cool. That's better.
Very nice.
So 14 poison, 4 normal.
Okay. You go.
I've got nothing else I can do. I'm out of bonus actions.
You can't use the dragon's breath.
No, I used that on at the start.
Alright.
It's only once per short rest. Doesn't it?
Right, okay. Right, so the dwarf is... right, so this thing is looking incredibly damaged now, to the point that it's actually sunken the floor. Like, the water that is giving it form is beginning to sort of fall apart. And so the dwarf, sensing this weakness, is going to attack it specifically in the watery areas, as opposed to like anywhere else. With his 2 axes. Right, managed to hit once. Managed to score quite a significant hit on it, but it's still slightly alive. And Mewala is going to order his archers to dash up to the wall. And same with these guys. And these guys are going to attempt to shoot at the Myrmidon.
This is when they eat me.
Okay, 1 hit and a miss. Okay, and that did... Okay. Okay, so the Myrmidon is going to attempt to punch you, Kasham, with his 1 arm left.
Come at me. Pop.
Does a 13 hit you?
Does not.
Okay. Alright.
Baby.
Alright, so Nat, you're up.
Right. I can't really see the map very well. So the blue one is dead?
Yep.
Okay. Is there any way out?
Yeah, you can just go up the stairs and you'll be on top of the wall.
Can I head back that way?
Sure.
I don't think I can get all the way there.
You can technically dash, which would get you there, but you won't be able to do anything once you're up there.
I can't be able to do anything anyway this turn, so
Do you want to dash up there?
might as well.
Okay. Do you want your weasel to go with you?
Yeah, it's just gonna keep following me around.
Okay. Okay, so Mikali, you're up.
Already. Oh wow. Ooh. How many?
Let's see.
1. I'll just gonna attack him normally.
Sure.
So we've got a 21 and a 26.
Okay, both of those hit.
Yes. So we've got an 8 and a 7. So 15.
Okay. So you're pretty confident that this final blow will be sort of like the knockout hit. So you sort of just like line out perfectly with its head, and you just punch it like twice straight in its jaw. So describe the kill.
Wow. Wait, do I arrive to the Joe? Is he not like a tall guy?
It's shrunk. Basically, as it's taken damage, it's been shrinking down. So it's
Okay.
now what would effectively be equivalent to somebody on their knees.
No taller than me.
I'd like as a final blow to keep the head between my fat hands and just squish it and
So-
see it disappear towards them.
So you basically do what the Mountain did in Game of Thrones. You just crush its head in.
Yes.
Okay, right. So the Myrmidon is dead, and as soon as this happens, this elemental just falls apart back into the river.
I knew it. Alright.
Alright. Well done, guys. You've won the battle.
Yay.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, what I'm just hearing is just level up.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how much XP to give you. Bear with me.
It's enough for me.
All of it.
This
Go to
sounds
level
like-
20.
This sounds like he's
Hey.
aiming to level up to like 5 XP off level up.
Okay.
You're amazing.
Okay, so if you want to give yourselves 2,525 XP.
2,525.
Yep.
Yes.
2,225. Is that just shy of leveling up?
You haven't.
Oh wait a
Aw.
minute. Is it? Let me have a look. I just typed that into a calculator. I didn't actually think about that.
Ah, wrong button.
2,000.
Oh, you're doing mine.
Yes.
Repeat.
Absolutely.
Oh, no. 2,000
Yep.
is
Yep.
was-
That takes you into level 5 plus a little bit.
That was me doing that.
Oh my god, I keep pressing the wrong
I'm doing
button.
that. Turn the phone.
Oh, okay.
How
Yes.
am I keep
No, it's fine.
pressing
It's
things,
because I was on a
pressing
new
manage
island,
levels.
so you were modifying things, so it was. So I've just turned mine off. So when you're done, let me know.
Okay. Right. So, do you guys want to do your level ups now, or do you want to do that outside of the game?
Do it outside, I guess. I'm in no rush, I suppose.
I'm fine to do it after.
Okay.
I mean, I'm already doing it, but it's fine.
I'm pretty sure my level 5 just gives me an extra attack. So I can take my 2 attacks per round.
Yeah, level 5 doesn't really give much to people,
I
unfortunately.
think
It-
mine just acts as
it does
a higher
to-
level spell.
Yeah, it does.
It looks like we get about 1,800 different attacks.
Okay.
It gives me the extra attack, and then the martial arts dice. It goes up to 1d6.
Oh, lovely. What about you, Marilla? What do you get?
No idea. Let me have a look.
Okay, now I'm done.
Oh, sounds
Thank
like
you.
Oh. I get to destroy undead. That's it. That is all I get. Oh. Aw.
Which would actually be quite bit useful, given that zombies are actually making quite.
Well, yeah, I was just hoping to improve my charisma, but I don't get that until level 8.
Okay, well, I've leveled up Liam as well, so, and he gets an extra attack and extra movement.
Hmm.
Alright, so, the battle is basically finished here. So the dwarf basically wades into the water and pulls out the spear and brings it over to you, Kashan. It's a very nice weapon, this.
Agreed. Thank the lizard.
So, but
I'm just gonna stand at the top of the wave.
So he basically just spirals this around his neck and then just holds it out to you with the pointy end pointing at him so you can safely take it.
Very much appreciated.
Well fought. Very well fought.
Thanks. Oh yeah, I've got a javelin as well. Who was the owner of the javelin before?
That
Kashan.
was me.
Yeah, I ate it over. I guess this is yours, mate.
Hmm.
I'm starting to wonder if I've got more weapons just lying around here. I lost an axe somewhere, I'm pretty sure. I'm just gonna like sort of scour across the battlefield and just give a shrug in vain of never finding my axe again.
Well, give me an investigation check to find out.
It's a +0, so it's a flat roll. That's a nat 20.
No way.
That's when it shows up.
Okay, so yeah, you're able to reclaim one of your hand axes.
With the nat 20, do I find another hand axe that isn't actually mine, but still take it anyway?
Yeah, you can do. This guy used about 6 axes in the time that's during this battle, so you can claim one of his axes if you want.
Yeah, 100% doing that. I'm gonna get something for this crit. That's fantastic.
So while you're scavenging, Mirwala basically leaves the fort and comes over to the beach, and while this bit is starting to flood somewhat to the point that you would need to wade in, but it's still crossable, and he basically summons you over.
Yeah, I suppose we'll head on over.
Okay, so Morella, you go join them?
Sorry, I was looking at my new spells. I get Revivify, it's very exciting.
Ooh, lovely. Can you get that Spiritual Guardian spell that I sent you the video of?
Look, I don't any spells I get to know. I'm a bit confused, but I'm figuring it out.
And now you go jump down from the wall, or you go stay up there?
Yeah, I'll come down and join everyone.
So Mirwala is looking very quite bruised and battered, and he doesn't seem to have much use of his shield arm either. But other than that, he's still alive. Whereas the dwarf is looking quite cheerful and but relatively unharmed.
I guess we all do.
Yes, especially Kashan.
Yeah, bless him.
It's a shame there isn't a healer in the group.
I'm okay now that I've leveled up, but I'll survive till we can take a rest.
I can heal you. I have spells left.
I have spells now. Yay. I can take a little bit of healing.
Okay, I'll cast my last first level spell slot and Cure Wounds you.
I'm just going to check my inventory.
You have a magic rug of healing or something.
No, infinity and the health potions.
Okay.
You get 10 points.
Thanks. That
No
actually
problem.
makes me rather healthy.
No, but I have beer. I have bottles of beer.
Yeah.
So Mirwala basically addresses you now. Very well fought, friends. I don't think I'm overselling it at all to say that without you, this fortress would have fallen easily. We've taken quite significant losses, but we held.
Come again, what did he say?
We've taken quite significant losses, but thanks to you, we've held.
Yeah, luckily we were around.
So the dwarf was basically just sat down on one of the wooden spikes, and is basically just examining his axe as if it's something he's never seen before. So, yes, it's curious. It's almost as if you were deliberately sent here to bear witness to this, or something like that.
Something like that. I want to take the dwarf's name to give my thanks to Hero.
Ah, you know my Lord Hirok. Well, if you are to mention my name, I'm Rollo, son of Olaf.
Rollo, son of Olaf.
But what happened to the beacon that we recovered from the elf?
What did happen to the beacon? Because
Yeah.
it just kind of got yeeted.
I threw it over there. I'm just going to sort of point in the vague direction of where I threw it.
Ah, so it's in the water. Dwarf? Why me? Because I say so. Ugh, fine. No, dwarf basically just goes over and just dives straight into the water.
In his wing. Does he not sink?
No, he's actually quite a strong swimmer, because he was able to A, not drown, and B, he found the beacon on his first try.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't bring it back if I were you.
Nonetheless, he brings it over to your grave.
Can I try and take it off and throw it back in the water?
Okay, you can try. Can you give me a sleight of hand?
Yeah. Eventually, very slow. An 8.
Okay, that's actually the same that he got. So,
Roll again.
no, you managed to take it off him.
Okay.
He was please don't throw it back in the water. I literally just got that.
It has to be in the water.
Can I attempt to take it off her?
But it has to be in the water!
According to whom?
It's making the monsters come here.
Well, that may well be, but unless we present this to our lords, we have no proof of any of this. So, I propose that you return to the city straight away. And
they didn't go to where they didn't go to where the beacon was, so I don't think they're directly attracted to it.
And the attacks only seem to be happening on the day of our Lord. So I think we should be safe for now. But still, if bring this to the city to put as proof of what has happened here, and see what can be done about this.
I'm going to sit and sulk.
Do you want to hold the beacon?
I want to put the beacon back in the water. So, and I'm obviously being outvoted, so I'm going to sit and sulk.
Well, it depends on what the group wants to do.
What if we put it in a container of water? Would that make you feel better?
Yes?
Okay.
I don't actually know if water will stop the beacon, but it's what's attracting them.
We'll put the beacon in a container of water.
Okay, so you just organise this into a small drinks barrel, fill up with water and put the beacon inside it. Okay, so it's technically the middle of the night at the moment, so do you just want to head out straight away, or do you want to take a long rest first?
Should we get a
Long
long
rest
rest?
would be
Since
nice.
I guess we all need it.
Yeah, a long rest would be.
Long rest.
Alright. Okay, so yeah, if you want to apply your long rest to your stuff, I've forgotten how to actually do that, here we are. Right.
Can you do that for me?
Yep. Okay, so Mirala basically moves around and just sets all of the soldiers to man the walls and just take up the Night's Watch role, which is normally just reserved for a small contingent of people. But however, let you and the soldiers who did actually fight, because there were a number who just simply stayed in the fortress, he lets those ones rest. And the sun has risen quite well into the morning by the time that Rolo comes to you, when you're in your beds. And he basically and he says to you, "If you're heading back to the city, I will come with you. I have a feeling that Hero would want to hear what happened here specifically from one of our kind. No offence to you, of course, but I think he'll take it a bit more seriously if it came from me."
Fine.
You mean seriously?
Was that McKay?
Like, what do you mean seriously?
Well, let's just say we have something of a rapport, him and me. But I've no doubt he trusts you with everything he has, otherwise he wouldn't have sent you. But I feel time is of the essence. If I simply tell him what's happening, he may believe me, instead of you telling him and him having to ask questions. We speak the same language, as it were.
Okay. I guess as here as you see it then.
Who's saying this? What?
Rolo.
Rolo.
The dwarf. Is it the dwarf?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Can I get an insight on this to whether or not he's trying to do something shady?
Sure.
I've got a -1. That is 12.
Okay. You're not sensing any sort of deception coming from this guy. He does actually seem very concerned that this needs to be reported straight away, and he does actually see. He's almost got that sort of restless energy about him. Like he wants to go and he wants to go now.
Should we let him go but keep a hold of the beacon just in case? I don't want to let him go like by himself with the beacon and stuff in case something happens both to him and the beacon.
Of course not, Lord. I'd rather carry a barrel of ale rather than a barrel of whatever that
Here you
is.
go. I'm just going to give him a bottle of ale.
Yeah, much appreciated, Lizard. Thank you. But no, Lord, I'm saying let us share the road. Safety in numbers and all that.
Very well. Yes. But, I'd be happy to have my new best friend coming on.
Okay. Right, so... Okay, so you guys are technically here. Whenever it loads up on my screen.
Okay.
Right, so here-ish. No. Here. Right, so do you just want to take the same route back to Aqua Evadia that you did, going via the convent, or do you just want to make a more direct approach?
Do you think we should go and, like... The king said he wanted us to go straight to him, didn't he?
This convent thing is pretty serious.
Yeah, it was also where Ricola Shepherd, as in, for Ricola Shepherd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have quite definitive evidence that this Ricola Shepherd person is involved in whatever this is.
And he said no heroics.
Yeah.
One more reason to get the longer route. No, seriously.
Personally, I think we should just sort of abide by the king's wishes, I guess, and go and tell him what we know.
And then we can come back later and be annoying.
So you're just going to go straight to the city?
Yes.
I'm open to whichever.
Alright. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so you can make the journey in a full day, so basically arrive at the city about evening nightfall.
Yeah.
We
Sure.
picked up our horse again.
Yes, you have your horse and your wagon. Okay, so again, you need to decide on who's doing what. So you basically need someone to man the cart, someone to be the scout, one person to manage the horse, and one person to be the passenger.
Do we want to do what we did last time? I've got it written down if people can't remember.
Yeah, I will do the animal handling because I get
Yeah.
Or scouting,
Cheery.
right?
You were doing survival checks.
Yeah, so you were doing survival checks, McKelly, to ensure that you weren't being ambushed and you were going the right way.
I have a +4
I
on
was
survival.
driving.
So do you want to be the scout?
I don't know if anyone can beat +4.
Can anyone beat +4 on survival?
No.
No.
All yours.
I can
Okay.
mine as well.
Guess I'm leading the way. And Tordon just sort of struts along in front.
In the barrel.
I
Cheery.
think last time we almost got lost.
Would you like to
because-
drive? Yeah, sure. Do you want to drive and I can be passenger, or does someone want to? Or do you want to be passenger?
Wherever fits you. I totally don't mind.
I am fine with either.
Okay. But first off, can you do a d6, see how much of your Wand of Magic Missile you get back?
Okay. My first survival was a 17, by the way. Just
Okay. Right.
rolled it as I clicked it, and I got 5.
Sure. Right, so you get 5 charges back.
I can't remember how to do it.
Neither do I, which is a good start. Okay, so...
Last time I ended up just writing on a scrap of paper.
yeah. So I might have to do that as well. Okay, so so Tordon basically leads you along the road. You see the convent in the distance, but you don't go to it, so you just carry along the little dirt road. And eventually that takes you to the more cobblestoney road, which leads you to Aqua Evadia. So Rolo is sort of like alternating between being on the cart and walking alongside you, and he basically spends most of his time just singing walking songs, but he sings them in his Danish language, so you don't actually know what he's saying unless anyone speaks Dwarvish.
Ooh, that is a very good question.
I do not.
Yes.
What does she speak? Drovish.
Yep.
I do speak
Dwarvish.
Drovish.
Yeah. We can all join in.
Okay. But
Giant, is it similar to giant?
What did you say his name was?
Rolo, son of Olaf. That's so that's R for Ricola Shepherd. O for Oh My God is Ricola Shepherd. Then 2
Oh my
L's
God.
for Look, it's Ricola Shepherd.
No.
I thought his name was Rolo, as in the sweet Rolo, the little chocolates.
And then that's Olaf. So O for Oh My God is Ricola Shepherd. L for Look Over There is Ricola Shepherd. And then U for You Just Got Served by Ricola Shepherd. And then F for Fuck Me, that's Ricola Shepherd.
God's sake. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
Okay. So he's basically singing a song which basically is just the same verse just over and over and over again, but it's basically what would be a rowing song. Basically, and it basically tells the story about how his parents, first off, would told him that he would accomplish things in life, and then would tell him to respect the gods, to do as they said, or do what they say, and whenever given the chance, always fight and die alongside them.
Very clericy then.
Okay, but as you approach the city and the city walls start looming in your direction, you notice, specifically from this watchtower, that the fire is lit inside the tower, but somehow the fire is billowing a white smoke.
White.
A white smoke.
I guess a pope has been elected. Well, how so?
Okay, so Rollo immediately just demands to stop the wagon.
Can I do a perception check?
Sure.
21.
What are you hoping to perceive?
So if I can see, like I don't know, it stops the wagon. White smoke coming out from air. Like what's going on? Like hear and see all around.
Okay. You're not entirely sure what the white smoke signifies, but you are aware of coloured smokes being used to signal people, in terms of like battlefield situations or as warnings to various people, that sort of thing. Or in the case of
the beacon is attract the water.
or in the case of the Vatican, whether or not a pope has been elected.
Todd's just gonna stand there and go, "It's the water monsters." Told you so.
Do any of the others want to do anything?
Can we ask if Rollo knows what the smoke?
Yeah. That was what I was gonna do.
Doesn't mean anything good for us, I can tell you that much. But this is a system that Aslan and Hirok devised. Whenever we enter the city and someone's going to be hostile towards us.
Well, in that case, let's go to the city.
Do you still have the beacon?
Yes.
I assume that I'll let Tom keep it.
Well, I'm just like holding it like it's the radioactive.
Alright. Under no circumstances, give it to anybody except Hirok. Do you understand me?
Okay.
Is it
Oh,
the red
what-
paladins?
I see her holding it like Kronk holds the vial in the Emperor's New Groove. Like, I can feel it.
I'm gonna stuff it back in my pocket or in
Okay.
my barrel.
Okay.
Hide it in the barrel with you.
Don't worry, it's hidden in amongst the ale. I promise I didn't give it to him to drink.
Good.
Okay. So as you carry on the path, and you get to sort of like the fork in the road that would lead directly to the city gates, you see that there's something of a welcoming committee for you.
Oh, my favourite people.
Oh,
So
are those paladins? No.
Hirok's there with some god folk.
Yeah, that does not look good.
okay. So as you approach, is this you leaving the wagon behind, or are you bringing the wagon with you?
I feel like I'd park the wagon and the horse here.
Sure. Alright, so Rollo is going to jump down and just make a beeline straight for Hirok. Lord, we have much to report. No, Hirok basically just goes over to him and says, later. Lords, and he approaches you specifically. Is it? I'm sorry, but there is a warrant for your arrest.
Oh, what did we do now?
Okay, so the Red Paladins all sort of like advance, and the sort of like elderly guy from the court who you correctly guessed was the leader of the Red Paladins, basically speaks up and says, "Silence, lizard. You are under arrest because the king says you are under arrest." And then you notice that Athelhelm steps forward from behind the Red Paladin ranks, also flanked by Ricola Shepherd, and the mage from the King's Council.
He said to give the beacon to the king. Can I just sort of give the beacon to the king?
The king isn't here.
Oh. He said, who was it? It was the king he said to give it to, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Is the guy waving his fingers in front of my face?
No.
Okay.
He's keeping a respectful distance after you catapulted him across the room.
I'm just gonna grin at him and like wave my hands as if I'm preparing to throw catapult at him again.
Okay. So as you do, three archers appear from behind the ruins here and point their bows at you.
I'm half tempted to put firebolt on them and set them on fire.
No.
No. Actually.
I'm going to put my hands in the air and I'm going to go respectfully. On what grounds are we under arrest for? We deserve that, right?
Yeah,
So-
I'm sure this is all a misunderstanding, right?
Okay, so Hirok basically turns to Athelhelm and says, "They do have you there, Lord. Despite your opinions of their race, they are still citizens, and under the king's custom, they do deserve that much." And Athelhelm seems to think about it, and then very obviously just pulls something out of his arse and simply says, For disrupting commerce, and for assaulting a noble of the realm.
Which noble?
Me.
What have we done to you?
So the mage speaks up with a very sly voice and says, "Well, if I recall, you catapulted him right across a room. He could have broken his neck, and that would have been
recall,
tragic."
your king told you to leave the
I
room,
also
but you
recall that the king didn't place any warrant for our arrest at the time of the assault, and we were in his presence himself.
didn't. And the king technically told him to leave, and he didn't leave, so technically I did it because the king told me to.
Yes, what he said.
So, if I recall, I actually don't recall anything. You've racism. I had to just stop and go racism.
So the guy comes over to you and just gives you a good old-fashioned backhander. Silence, knife here.
Can I firebolt him
Okay,
now?
I will.
Oh, you did not want to do that, young sir. I'm 105 years old. I'm a big.
Can I just touch him with burning hands and set him on fire?
Alright, give me an initiative roll to see if you can get there before Hirok tries to stop you.
Got a 5.
You actually beat him to the punch.
I just duck under his hand and I'm just gonna touch this guy with burning hands.
Okay, so he needs to do...
Dex 13 saving throw.
Yep. Literally past it, just. So does that mean he takes half damage? Yes.
Can you roll it or do you want me
Yeah.
to roll it?
Right, so he has taken 5 points of damage and his robes are now on fire.
I'm just gonna look at Morena and just smile.
So he sort of rushes over there, and right, so you're basically here, and Hirok basically just tackles you to the ground. So can I get a dexterity roll from you as well?
Yep. Sorry, baby woke up and she's having a bit of a squirm on my lap.
That's okay, I can roll it for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so you got 12, and he... Okay, unfortunately he beat you, so he's now pinned you to the ground. He says, "Lord, while I appreciate the time for a good fight, the time is not now. We must wait for the opportune moment. And he doesn't necessarily wink at you, but gives you like a knowing look.
Who, me or Kashan?
Kashan.
Can I thaumaturgy?
I think we need to secede for now.
I didn't know. This is how I'm seceding.
So,
No, I have a plan. It's a very charismatic plan. This is what's right to her. I want to make harmless tremors in the ground, and I want to raise my voice and be like, quiet. I'm gonna look to Kashan and be like, are we putting our hands up? Because my hands are already up.
You can put them up higher.
Higher? Are we? Yes. Are we being arrested, Kashan?
I will say that I will go peacefully with Hero, but I want the horse to be stabled properly and request an audience with the king about the matter that he sent us to do.
Of course. And he just simply waves to the two fjord warriors and take the horse, make sure it's cared for. Okay, so...
And
Nice
also,
green
like,
apples,
before we go
not red
anywhere,
ones.
nicely warn that if the leader of the Red Paladins makes any attempt to harm a friend again, he will lose his life.
Yay, friendship.
give me intimidation.
Oh, the fact they've just set someone on fire doesn't help.
I'm actually referring to with advantage but this is against the other Red Paladins.
So I have advantage anyway, and that is a 19, and I have +5, so that's 24.
Okay, so during this time, one of the Red Paladins has gone over to try and slap the fires off of their leader, while the other three have started advancing on you. But as you say this, they all back away, and the archers who have spent this entire time with their arrows drawn, relax their grips because they're actually quite exhausted from holding these longbows all this time. So Hirok gestures all of you to go over here. So if you want to do that,
Yeah,
Sorry.
seconds.
where Totem is, if you all go into a line. Okay. So,
Oh, thanks.
right, so... Can you... Sean, can you give me a perception check, please?
Yeah. That is a 14.
Oops. One sec. Okay, so as you're sort of manacled, you can feel the dwarf who's manacling you reach into your pocket, and he takes the sending stone which you have in your pouch.
No.
Are you going to let him?
Which dwarf is it?
Hero.
No, it's not Hirok. Finnan.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to say, it's fine. I have a spell prepared that can help with this.
Okay. So as he takes it and then manacles you, and then you can hear Hirok say something to him in Dwarvish. So Michele, you're closest. Can you give me a perception check, please?
Yes. Is there no way that can prevent that event? I mean,
I don't think it's something bad.
yeah, but still.
It's okay, guys. I have sending prepared. It's fine.
I can write messages in the sky.
Well, I'm somewhat friendly with Finnan, am I not? Is that not the one that I fought in the fight ring?
Right. So Ivor is the one that you fought in the ring,
I
but
fought the one that I fought in the
Finnan is basically Hirok's second in command, and you have met and fought alongside him before.
He's one of the ones that came to the base, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Michele, what was that you rolled?
That what?
What score did you get when you rolled?
Oh, I did a 1 on the dice, so I guess I'm deaf.
Okay. Yeah, so you don't hear what he says, but as soon as you do, as soon as they finish, Finnan leaves. Like a full sprint.
Who would Finnan again?
Okay. So, hoods are basically put over your heads, and you're then taken away, quite roughly, and judging by the fact that you splash through some water, you gather that you're being taken into the city.
Can I sulk that I'm going in the water? I'm gonna drag my heels.
Okay, yep. Okay.
You know, in the cartoons, when you get those comical lines where they sort of, like the kids when they go floppy and they don't want to do something, you just go like, drag it along.
Ah, shit, no, it's vocal. Can I, whilst we're being pulled, cast sending?
Okay,
I don't know if they'll let me, because it does have a vocal component.
Well,
but I can try.
Well, you just have a hood placed over your head. You can still talk, it's just muffled.
Yeah, I'm also going to try and, if they do hear me, try to make it as if I'm speaking to myself, and I'm going to send it to a person. That's really helpful. Oh goodness, who did we speak to in the last session?
Frank, you spoke to quite a lot.
The other end of the talking stone that we talked to.
Yeah, Padwin, Scott, and Jason.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna send a
No,
message to
Padwin.
Scott.
Thank you.
Okay, so the message is 25 words or less.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, okay, we have been arrested.
Mm-hmm. That's 5.
Have hoods on our heads. That's another 5, so that's
Yep. 10.
10. Don't panic. We'll update in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm. Got 7 words left.
Help after a week. Love, Marela.
Okay. Okay, right. And
That's my message. I can they respond?
they can respond by also sending
the
message to you.
Message. It's not like message the cantrip.
Yeah. So basically, the way that I do message is that when a message is sent, they have like a 5-second window. Sorry, a 6-second window, so basically a round, to use an action to respond to that message on the same spell. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so in the sort of space of time that it takes you to basically be turned around, you just simply you receive 2 words just burst straight into your head. That just simply say "stand by."
Oh. I want to let the others know that I sent a message. I'm just gonna whistle. I'm just hoping everyone
I don't like
understands.
water.
Okay, so can everyone except Marela do an intelligence check, please?
We've not set up this tactic, but this is how I'm letting everyone know.
No way.
$15.
Okay. So you have a vague understanding that something telepathic has happened.
Turret
I
just rolled a
rolled the
3.
18.
Okay, so yeah, Turek, you understand. So Kashan?
Disappeared.
David?
I must have muted myself at some point. I've been talking this whole time. I got 14.
Okay, so yeah, all of you, but basically anybody who got under 16, but you know that something telepathic has happened, but you don't know specifically what. And Turek, what did you get? You got an 18, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, you understand that something telepathic has happened, and you've also had a response.
I'm sulking and still drinking my claws and trying not to be pulled through water really hard. It's not working. I assume it's not working.
Unfortunately, no, because you're only 3 foot tall. Okay. So, you're basically dragged through the city, and eventually you are brought into basically the barracks, and then brought underground and dropped off in these prisons.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, for the purposes of mechanics, all of your gear has been confiscated, but obviously, I won't make you unequip everything. So, if you just simply assume you don't have any of your equipment on you,
Does that include my barrel?
unfortunately.
Did they took my
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 barrel.
fists as well?
Sorry?
They took my fists as well.
Yeah, they screwed them off and put them in a box.
Shit.
I'm assuming we still have clothes.
Does that mean they take?
Yes.
and
Would they have
pockets.
taken like belongings on us, like an amulet or like holy symbol?
Yeah. So,
No. Okay.
so in the case of like you and Kashan, you'll need to minus your AC boost.
Yep, quite significantly.
Did they take our armor off us?
Yeah. So yeah, you might as well unequip stuff from your inventory.
Yeah, and so you can press unequip.
Why Frank is in prison?
Because he's Frank.
Can you think of anywhere he belongs less? Let's be honest.
So we're still wearing clothes.
Yeah, but just like standard clothes, and you don't have any of your equipment.
Oh man, it feels weird to be unarmored.
I know.
Did they take my bottles of ale and the jar of water
Yep.
out of my pocket?
Okay. In terms of the beacon, can you give me a sleight of hand check?
Is there anything in there? I kind of want to say I like hid it in my mouth.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Like representing a stick or something.
Okay, so you were successfully able to basically eat the beacon, but you basically have that lizard regurgitation thing, so you can vomit it up at any point you want.
It's like the hamster thing. I've not swallowed it. It's like in the hamster pocket in the
Yeah.
side of my cheek.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like roll it and open it and show them that the beacon's in my mouth, and then put it back again.
I was thinking more of like a frog, but yeah, sure.
Okay, so you're basically dragged into this prison cell, and your first impression of this place is that it is absolutely filthy. But in every cell, there's basically piles of straw, which is basically dung-filled, urine-covered. There's bits of dead animals lying in them, and in quite a few of the cells are actually skeletons of people who have died in prison.
And a lumber's next door.
Oh my god!
What?
There's also some like archers, an assassin of some description, a couple dwarves, and
Is that Docker?
I feel like I recognise. I feel like I recognise the people that are in the like the bottom, like in the cell. Yeah, that's one. I feel like I recognise some of these.
So do I.
There is
Yeah,
a slight corner I can't tell because of your shoulder.
Yeah, those are the bards that got dockered the second time you met the.
It's okay, guys. So I can still cast lots of spells.
So can I.
Okay, so put.
How locked off are these cells? Like, can we see the people behind us, or are these walls at the back like solid?
Yeah, so those walls are solid, but you can see through the doorways ahead of you into the corridor. So you can basically see that but this place is only lit by torchlight. But there's no daylight at all coming through here. So as you were brought in, you haven't noticed Alumba yet, but Alumba's noticed you. And but basically when you were dropped off into these cells, then the hoods were removed.
Okay.
Can I, as soon as I feel like we're safe enough to say it, I'm gonna be like, guys, I did something.
Anyone gonna ask what?
Yeah.
I sent a message to Scott, and I've had a response, and I'm not sure if it is a good response. I may have accidentally possibly summoned the alphas here. Possibly.
What did he say?
So I said something along the lines saying that we'd been arrested, but that we were fine, and I was going to update them tomorrow, and then if they hadn't heard from us after a week, send help. And he just responded with 2 words, which were very ominously said of, stand by. I think it's fine.
Well, if he says stand by...
Sorry guys, what happened? I had a call. Well,
Marilla filled us in on what she said.
oh, alright.
And we've been arrested.
No, I know, just the parts where Mariella was speaking.
Oh, yeah, she just told me.
I just was like, it's fine, we possibly might have the alphas coming.
Oh.
Okay, so you're basically in jail. But as I said, the doors are barred, and the rest of it is just solid wall. But you have a bench here and piles of dung-filled hay next to you. So, what do you guys want to do about this?
Come on, guys, we should know what I was gonna cast. I haven't got it prepared, so I can't. I don't have any components.
Oh, it requires components.
Yeah, it requires water and sand.
I
Can
mean,
you melt the lock of the bars with your breath?
probably. I don't want to make it that obvious that we're sort of like breaking out.
Oh.
Like, do we have any indication from sort of like, you know, anything Hero might have said or slipped to us or anything of him coming to visit or anything?
Okay, so the only sort of evidence that you had that Hirok is going to be doing anything is the fact that Finnan has pickpocketed the Sending Stone, which is linked to the Alphas, and that Hirok has sent Finnan at full sprint to go and do something.
Yes.
Can I pick up the bones and just sit and twiddle with them and
Sure.
make some like little pointy darts or needles?
Yeah, sure.
Should we potentially sort of like wait it out and see
How
what
close
happens?
is the
Or-
nearest guard?
Basically just like that.
Can I cast Unseen Servant to go pickpocket for the key?
Is it still wearing the suit?
No, the suit's back at her base. It just sort of
Okay.
appears.
So what do you want the unseen servant to do?
Pickpocket the key. I'm assuming he has the key.
Right, so which guard do you want to try and pickpocket?
The furthest one it can reach, it got a 60-foot range.
Okay. But from you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move you to the door, and then... Okay, let's get you to roll sleight of hand to see if you can pickpocket.
And if he fails, it just causes like a distraction type thing.
Okay, so it was able to pickpocket it. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't have the key on him. So instead, give me a minute.
Was it stolen?
Where's the treasure table?
Plus, do we know where our items have been kept?
At this point, no. But you can. But you do have a sort of idea that they're being held in some sort of like armory box or something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be a big box.
Your unseen servant has managed to pickpocket his gold, which is 5 gold.
Yay!
I see something.
It's a rich
I'm just
guy.
going to show them 5 gold pieces and be like, are you good? Could we use the money to bribe the guards to let us out?
Do we know if these guards are like sort of loyal to Hero or if they're where their loyalties lie?
Okay, so I'll put. At the moment, you can't really see them too well because they're deliberately standing out of your sort of eye line. But after like an hour or so, they are then replaced with other guards who are in identical uniform, and these guys are typical, just town guards. They're not red paladins, and they're not Herox dwarves. So you get the. So if you give me an insight check.
You got it, boss. 11.
Okay. So on the basis that these guys are not red paladins, and more importantly, they haven't made any efforts to harass you in any way, you get the feeling that these guys are more neutral to you as opposed to outwardly hostile in the same way that the red paladins would be.
Okay.
Okay, so after this, you hear a sort of like knocking on the wall from the cell adjacent to you.
Do I recognize the knocking?
Yeah.
Is it Morse code?
It's not Morse code, but it's just like standard knocking, and then afterwards, it basically just a lumber just simply speaks and says, "So, you guys got yourself locked up in here, did you?"
No, we got the key.
Lumber, you Greek bastard. How the hell did you get there?
What did Frank do to you?
That is a very long and complicated story, and confusing even to me.
More questionable, where did Frank do to you?
Well,
Point to where he touched.
I realise there's a wall.
I Morella did not say that. I said that.
Charlotte, there's a wall.
And
Metal Gear Reboot, it's fine.
Well, Frank basically knocked me out, and then suddenly I ended up in this massive city that was filled with lights and people in these weird carriages that didn't require horses and made lots of noise, and people were holding these devices to their eyes that flashed every minute or so. And then all of these people in these weird outfits started walking up this white stage and posing at the end of them.
That sounds like the most bizarre thing I've ever heard.
It sounds terrifying.
Oh, it was. And then Frank dressed me up in this weird outfit that made me I was basically wearing a dead leopard over my body, and he made me wear these like fluffy underwear and maybe strut up and down the stage in these high-heeled boots.
You remember what you were singing?
I don't know, but it was the most un-orcish music I've ever heard in my life.
Well, I'm really sorry for you if you had a really tragic experience.
It wasn't all bad.
For you.
It wasn't all bad. But afterwards, me and him got absolutely stone drunk plastered, and well, he did. But I ended up carrying him home, but got to have a good drink out of it. And then, while we were out, we played some knife tennis, and then he teleported us back. But he unfortunately dropped me through a building, and ended up here for property damage.
Lumba was the one who fell through the roof.
So I've been here ever since. What have you been up to?
You know, just the usual. Killing some water elementals. Meeting Ricola Shepherd.
Oh, you've met Ricola Shepherd, have you?
Wanting to kill Ricola Shepherd.
She's one of the people who helped arrest us.
Oh, that's surprising. She's pretty much a saint around these parts. Everybody knows Ricola Shepherd, you see.
I think she has something to do with the attacks.
Okay, so basically, do you want to montage your way through this and basically just fill in a number of so everything has happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Is there a way to break a hole in the wall so we can just have a conversation? Between me and him, we are rather strong.
I can try to.
Turek is also strong.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'll just assume that you can. You just knock out one of the bricks, and but...
Can we keep it on hand so if like a guard comes in, we can like put it in to hide the hole?
I feel like me and Lumba just try absolutely bashing at the wall. Nothing really budges, and then Turek comes up with some weird monk stuff and just like, watch out.
Yeah, so the guard comes over and is like, "What was that?"
Achoo! Sorry, I have a cold.
Give me a deception.
I'm panicked.
Why do you do these things?
Because it is something this innocent being would do. Oh, it's not too bad. It's a 16.
Okay. Alright, but keep it to yourself. I don't want to get sick. Yeah.
Can
I'm trying to.
Oh,
See, guys, I'm good at this.
while he's moaning at the gate.
This is the one you've already pickpocketed, so you can pickpocket the other one if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me...
White hand, yeah.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Okay. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have the key either. It seems that they keep the keys sort of like off-site, as it were. But you were able to pickpocket... Oh, damn it, I closed the list. Bear with me. You were able to steal 5 gold and his dagger.
Yay.
Okay, so so a good bit of time passes. But do you guys just want to montage your way through it, or do you want to be active during it?
I want to pray.
I want to ask if Alumba knows if anybody else that's in here that might be of any help in the situation. If it gets dicey.
Well, there's two of the Danish dwarves here. They've been imprisoned under false pretenses. There's some elven rebels here. rather shady-looking guy, and Frank, for some reason.
Why doesn't Frank just puff himself out?
No, I think he did. I think that's what his problem is.
No, I mean to go. Does the genie disappearing act?
Well, you can ask him whenever you talk to him next.
Okay.
At which point Frank appears in your cell. Is that? Oh, I'm capable of going anywhere, darling. But I always find that jailbird romances are always the best things to do. Wouldn't you agree, Morella?
Jailbird romance is that a breed of a bird?
God, the genie left his cell. God.
Wait, what?
Frank, you're all
God.
friends, Frank.
Yes, what is it?
The genie.
I'm
Oh, for God's sake, Neo. And he just shouts out, slurp it. Naked man's left his cell again. Got a streaker.
Is this a
Wait,
different
he's
guard to the
naked?
two I've
Oh,
already
God.
pickpocketed?
Hi, Frank. I'm only an adult. I'm young and I'm a child of God.
Right, so he contemplates opening the cell door, and then looks at you, Kashan, somewhat warily. So, in a sort of like metagaming capacity, are you going to attack him if he opens the door?
Not
No.
personally, but
Okay. So he basically comes in and grabs Frank by one arm and drags him out. Don't worry, darling. I'll write to you. I'll wait for you.
I don't know this man.
Is this the same one of the two guards that I've already pickpocketed?
Yes.
Okay.
So he locks the door. And
Can I jimmy something in the lock?
yeah, give me a sleight of hand.
Oh God, this is gonna go wrong.
My sleight of hands have gone pretty well so far. I've got a dagger and nobody's asked me for it.
That is true.
Well, my technology doesn't.
Do you want me to do it?
I may need you to. I think I rolled about either 12 or none.
Okay, you got a 3.
Mine's still shooting dice across the screen. So I'll just go away with it.
Okay, so first you got a 12, then a 17, and then another 3.
Well, can I have one of the past ones?
Right, so you're able to put one of the gold coins put in the in between where the two doors close. So the gate still closes and locks, but it's now sort of wedged at the bottom. So it doesn't. So it wouldn't take a lot to sort of like knock them out. So that the lock. So the two gates can basically just swing open again.
Okay.
Alright, so this guard drags Frank away, and
I love I'm setting this all up for escape and everyone else is just like chilling.
and deposits him back in the cell, and then resumes his position. Okay.
See, I don't want to cause too many problems for Hero. Like that's honestly what I'm kind of thinking of. However, I am concerned as to how long we've been here without anyone. How
Okay.
long
Can I
have we
just
been
give
here?
Krishan the dagger? I'm just like this on him until he notices me. Just for iteration, I'm slapping Matt on the shoulder from.
I was going to look at the dagger and be.
I'm just hitting you with the hilt of the dagger until you realise that I've got this dagger.
Alright, okay. I will take a hold of the. I'll take hold of the dagger. How long have we been here roughly?
Only a couple of hours, but but you can tell by the fact that rotation of the guards has occurred that but it's now sort of nightfall.
More people to pickpocket.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, carry on.
How like you said it'd be like rather easy to open these gates.
Mhm.
How easy are we talking?
Well, with the jerry rigging, it would probably just take a good solid push to open the gate.
How loud would it be?
Pretty loud.
Even if we do a standard check.
Yeah, these gates aren't particularly well oiled, so they make a lot of noise as they open. It's not like a crash bang wallop, but like a really loud, an echoing creak.
I could cast Thaumaturgy and read it.
Technically, it's not locked. Technically, it's not locked anymore because there's a gold coin wedging it open, so it just looks
That's not
locked.
what I was thinking of. I was thinking if someone did it, I can make my voice boom up to 3 times as loud. I can make an instantaneous sound originate. So I could like sneeze really, really loudly.
What about the last spells that you used that made windows and doors open?
Oh, I can also do that, but it doesn't stop them from not making noise. They like bang open.
Yeah,
They're not bang all the cells open.
It causes it to fly open.
I think Michaeli's thinking of just opening all of the cells.
I can as if I can open any unlocked door in the in a foot area.
Can I shout out to one of these guards and ask if we're going to be seeing anything of Hero or the King, or if there's any of?
So the guard comes over, and he basically says, "We've had no instructions about allowing you visitors, Lord. But I'm sure a man of your stature has friends in high places. I wouldn't worry. But someone will come eventually."
How soon is eventually?
No loss, unfortunately, Lizard. But do not fear, you will be treated well here. We're not like the Red Paladins. We will keep you fed and allow you exercise.
I don't want
This would be a
to.
funny moment to make the gate open.
See, I don't want to hurt these guys. But
No, I don't either.
like, there's definitely part of us that's considering, like, just sort of flinging the gate open. Are we aware of this dwarf that's moving around a bit?
I was just about to ask, can you guys give me a perception check?
Aye, aye.
With disadvantage, given that there's a wall there.
What?
Can
Really?
we ask
I can't
Turk
really
to
do much
lock
lower
the-
than my current one, which is 3.
15.
Okay. Right, so... And Turek...
Give me a second for my disadvantage, because I rolled that 20, but I also got an 11. Yay!
Okay. Well, fortunately, all of you actually heard what was going on, and
Nice.
you hear the sounds of heavy footsteps. Like somebody in very heavy armor is walking along the stone floor. You hear indistinguished murmurs, and then the definitive sounds of money changing hands, and then the very rapid footsteps of multiple people leaving. There's
What's going on?
a long pause, and then you hear knocking coming from this wall.
Well,
I think
am
it's time for
fully
a
covering
Turek Queen
I'm
headbutt.
fully covering this. I'm fully covering this guard's like view of the cell with my imposing figure.
Okay. Okay. So can each of you give me an intelligence check?
Yes, sir.
Mine's woken up.
Dear, that's
Right,
not very
eight.
good.
15 for me.
9.
Right, so while Natalie's dealing with Maya, so all of you can hear knocking. Can I get your scores again?
I had 9.
I got 13.
I was 15.
Okay. Right, so Kashan, you recognise the knocking as basically this. So basically, whoever's on the other side is basically tapping up to 5 times to basically go across, and then knocking 5 times to go down. So first off, they knock 3 times, then 4 times for the letter S, for example.
Okay.
So basically, the guy is basically knocking S T A N D, pause, B A C, and then C again, because in this form of alphabet, C and K use the same letter.
And back. Oh no.
Oh, stand back.
Are you going to move, Michele?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. So this entire section of wall literally explodes.
Question, does it explode by magic?
No,
Oh.
just bog standard gunpowder and explosives.
Fun.
Okay.
So the massive boom.
Well, not necessarily like a massive boom. It's more the difference between bang and boom, if that makes sense. It's
So
a,
that's more than a bang than a boom.
yeah, it's a small enough explosive that it doesn't deafen you, but it's a large enough explosive that it blows the wall open. Kashan, the guard directly opposite you, who you've been obscuring, doesn't seem in the slightest bit perturbed by this. Is that? Yeah. Strange sound that. It must have been the wind. And very deliberately walks away. So there's smoke and dust coming in through this wall, and then all of a sudden Finnan sticks his head in and basically just yells at you and goes, "Well, what the bloody hell are you standing around for? You don't know a jailbreak when you see one."
Yeah, but I guess we need our stuff before we go.
I don't worry about that, Lord. We got it all handled. Now come on, come on.
Yeah. What about Lumbo?
At which point Alumba just headbutts his way through the wall.
Fair enough, it's all good then.
One moment, Lord. And he basically rushes over and, using his axe, whacks open this door. And these two guys, who just happened to, who are also members of his dwarves, but also who happen to be in full armour and also with their weaponry, come forward out of the cell.
Why they are in full armor?
So one of them is Rolo, and another one is one that you don't recognise. And it's just like, well, we had to make sure that we had numbers on our side whenever we got you out, didn't we?
It's good to see a friendly face.
Kinda. Friendly. Or kinda face.
At which point Frank comes to the cell door and tries to reach out for you, Rolo, and is like, "Take me with you! Take me with you! I love you!"
I don't know him. That's a stranger.
You sure? We can let him out. It's not any trouble.
No.
Let's let him out and let him go away.
No, why?
Because, I mean, he hasn't done anything wrong. Frank, we're gonna let you out, but don't follow me. Or us.
You know that you can teleport anywhere, right?
No matter, we're being kind.
No, we can't. And then teleports back in.
Okay, let's just go, please.
At which point you hear coming from this cell is that strangers. I might have some information for you if you let me out.
Who's this guy?
You're not entirely sure, but he's got that sinister aspect about him, if that makes sense.
Are you a bad guy?
Well, that's a matter of opinion, isn't it? But I can tell you, the information that I have doesn't go by that distinction.
What information do you have?
You find that out whenever you let me out.
No. Tell us some of the information, and then we'll let you out, and then you can tell us the rest.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, goodness.
Can I just smash the door open?
No,
That's the kind of thing I would do. I was gonna do.
What am I doing? Sorry.
Persuasion.
Okay, not too bad. 15.
Well, I could tell you it has a lot to do with a murderer who was wandering around the garrison and then Northwick and is now in the west of these lands.
Are you a serial killer that's been murdering people?
Well, you'll find that out when you let me out.
Bye. Just a quick question before we release you. By west of these lands, is that Aqua Evadia or west of the Clinging Isles?
The west of the Clinging Isles.
That's,
The forest of it, the Earnest Forest? Something like that? Where we got?
Yeah, it could be Blue Moon
Yeah,
I see New Asagarth, Blue Moon Spire, Minister Pardus, or Motti Heston.
Oh, that's a big area.
I rolled a 15 for persuasion, by the way.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm supposed to be I'm just rolling random dice now.
Did you want to try and persuade him about
I
it?
wanted to see if he would tell me if he was a serial killer that's been going around murdering people.
Well, I wasn't exactly doing what you would call murder. I call it, I'm more of a facilitator of removaling.
Assassin.
A facilitator of removal.
So if we paid you not to kill people, or you just stopped killing innocent people.
I was muted again and wondering why my point was is there anything identifying him as... I mean, we've met a few assassins now.
Oh, what about the assassins that we met once on the river?
Yeah, can we identify, like, what group he belongs to in any way? Like, if he's one of, like, Docker's people, or if he's one of...
Yeah, do you know a man called Docker?
Alright, so, can you and David, can you give me initiative rolls to see who gets there first?
19.
Gosh. I got 12.
Okay, so you get there first, so what do you want to ask him?
Does he know someone by the name of Docker?
Perhaps. You'll find that out when you let me out.
Is that going to be an answer
For
for everything?
Pete's sake, can I just open the door, smash the door open?
I have an idea before we let them out. Just, have you heard about the wonderful faith called Lyria?
Have you heard that somebody has a truth spell?
I was gonna make him good before we let him out.
Don't worry, if he does something, we'll just kill him.
Yeah, I've worked out how to do it. For some reason I'd take this come up on my app, but not on there.
Okay.
I don't think we have the time to make this man good.
Okay, we should leave him then. He's probably in here for good, and let's go. Thank you for your information. Good day. I'm gonna walk away very quickly.
Very well. Any deaths that occur as a result of not having this information will be on your head.
Let me turn back around. You guys sort this, and I'm just gonna cover my ears and not make any more decisions.
Can I just tap her on the shoulder and say, can't you use a truth spell to see if he's lying?
Oh shit, that's
Why is Owen not on the run?
Hang on, it's fine. I turn back around. I go, okay. Just one more quick question, and I'll cast Zone of Truth, but they do need to make a charisma saving throw.
All right. It's 16.
He passes. He is very much aware that I have just tried to cast a spell on them.
Now that's cheating.
Worth the shot though.
Now, of course, if you had just simply let me out, you would have had that for free. You wouldn't have to waste a spell slot.
But you're bad.
Am I?
Tell me the name of someone you have disposed of.
Well, I didn't necessarily dispose of anybody. I simply witnessed a disposal happen. I then went and spoke to my helper. I told them about it. They then told me about the location of a powdered gold, and I facilitated in its removal.
You give me the name then of someone you've witnessed being disposed of.
Well, I can tell you the story of one or two ladies of the street, as it were, in the garrison, who were brutally disposed of by somebody of a potentially demonic nature, potentially someone who escaped from a mythical fortress, as it were. But only if you let me out.
I just want to know how bad you are. Just one name, one person. Did they have a family? Were they good? Were they bad?
Well, either way, my dear, they are dead. Is that really something that you need to worry about? Why burden yourself with such knowledge?
Are you trying to say that you're a watcher, not a weapon?
What was that?
I'll ask if he's trying to say that he's a watcher, not a weapon.
You'll find that out when you let me out. It's a very simple concept. At which point the dwarves are very patiently just like waiting by the stairs for you.
I'm going to open the door.
I was going to say someone else decide. I don't want to make that moral decision.
I'm just going
a murderer out.
I'm just going to nod to Turek and let him out, and I want to ask Finnan if it might be worth taking these elves with us to try and make
There
something.
are elves in prison? Oh my god, we should save the elves.
What if the elves
Maybe
on
somebody should cast Thermagy and smash all the doors open.
They have to be unlocked.
No.
It only works on unlocked doors.
What does Earth Tremor do?
As how overpowering
Wasn't
would
that
that be
quick.
as a cantrip?
Rogue that's secretly a wizard. Cleric.
Okay, so Michele, do you open the door?
Yes, but before I do, I'm gonna say one false move and your head is gonna fly. Did you understand?
Inescapably.
I think it's a yes. And one single kick through the
Okay.
door and I'll smash it open.
Okay. Right, so you kick the door, and as you do, you realise that the door is actually unlocked.
Oh bollocks, I could have used thaumaturgy.
I have a
Well,
feeling that this is the kind of person who could have escaped whenever he wanted to do.
wasn't that educational point? And he steps through the door. So nice of you to come to the right decision.
Can I do an insight check on the door?
Yep.
21.
Okay, there's a bone that's been basically filed down to a very fine point and then jammed into the keyhole and basically unlocked on his side of the door.
He made a
This is the one
lockpick,
that
basically.
could've escaped anyway.
Oh, it was free already.
Hmm.
Why didn't you just walk out the door?
Because this is much more entertaining.
Clearly, it was a test for his information. Speaking of,
Yes, a deal is a deal. However delayed it was. The man that you're looking for is called Jack the Ripper. He was part of my guild and was originally called Jack the Lad until he was
Come again? Jack the Stripper.
Jack the...
That's my favourite person ever.
damn it, Frank. Look
Sorry.
at how you influenced our religious folk.
I heard my name, what happened?
We didn't know you had a brother called Jack.
No, not Jack the Stripper, Jack the Ripper. He's quite a famous member of my guild and specialises in completely dismembering his victims and taking their organs for satanic purposes. He was originally imprisoned in the fortress of Escaroth, but word on the street is that he's now free.
And what guild do you belong to?
I belong to the Crows. Why? Are you particularly knowledgeable about the various guilds that travel around the country?
I just like to keep track.
Where was he originally, sorry?
In one of the fortresses.
Yeah, which island?
It's not an island. Basically, there's the warlords which you're fighting are escapees from a floating fortress which basically is in orbit around the planet. And very recently, while it was above the Clinging Isles, some prisoners managed to escape from this fortress.
Ah, gotcha.
Was Northwick where Jason and Scott were?
Yes, so basically, I'll bring you back to the map. Right, so originally you were in De Winter, and the killer was originally there. But then as you arrived, the killing stopped and started up in Northwick. So when you went to Aqua Evadia, the Alphas went to Northwick. But he's telling you that the murders have stopped in Northwick, and the killer is now in the western area of the Clinging Isles.
Okay.
So, say that. What now?
Well, we'll go our separate ways until, you never know, somebody might put a hit on you, and I might witness it and then tell someone about it and get paid for it.
I would understand that given our kindness of alleviating yours from the cell would give us some warning if you were to bear witness.
Well, that would be fun, wouldn't it? Yes, I believe it would. Now, if you excuse me, people won't kill themselves. Well, they might.
Okay, that took up a lot of time.
So Finnan very impatiently basically says, "Come, Lord, we need to go."
Finland, elves, yes or no?
Yes. Bring the elves.
Okay. Though I'll warn you, if they make a move against me, I'll make a move against them back. And he hacks apart the padlock on the door, and basically leans in and basically says, "Elves, if you kill me, you will be killed first. There's more of us than there are of you. I hope this is something that you understand." and then backs away from the door.
You do realise you saved me first, who is an elf. So, we're
Yes,
in your
but-
good graces.
Yes, but I trust you. I don't trust them.
Elves, we're fighting red paladins. Leave the dwarves alone.
So one of the elves basically steps over, and this elf is tall, like really, really tall, almost sort of like your height. And she basically straightens up, and she's basically built like effectively Dwayne Johnson. And she has like tattoos going like basically down the left side of her face, like over her eyelid, and basically down her left side. And it's basically just like a long series of runes that are in Elvish. And she basically says to you after sort of like cracking her neck, and she basically said, "Killing red paladins is always good for business. Yes, for now, you and I will be friends. But once we get clear of the palace, I can't guarantee that we'll stay that way. So, dragon, you best stay out of our way."
Yeah.
How about we help each other out? At the end of the day, it's thanks to us that you are out of the cellar. So how about we kind of work together, like we don't mess with you, you don't mess with us, kind of way?
Sounds good. Down here, I'm 5'3". Hello. How about we all be kind and grateful that we're alive, and you finish helping us with the red paladins, and then you make your way home because I think it's in trouble, if you've not heard about that.
And so she just sort of like sums you up and fine, and then cracks her neck again, and basically gives out a shrill whistle to these two elves. Now these two aren't nearly as big as she is, but they are quite formidable. And they basically take point and sprint up the stairs.
Are they all female?
Yep.
Do they have one...
Sorry, you go first, Juro.
It's okay. Do they have one boob?
No.
Carry on, please. Sorry
Do
about
I recognise like what they were wearing or who they were? Like,
They're basically just wearing standard prison
Gabba.
rags, just like you are.
oh, okay, I wasn't sure if they were like they had anything on them that would suggest they were a part of a group I would recognise.
But,
Probably not. I grew up in a temple. Probably not.
well, give me an insight with disadvantage.
Insight with disadvantage. Woohoo! I'm guessing that's because of my background.
Yeah.
Making my notes of D&D.
Call it clustered.
Oh, that's an 11.
Okay, that is actually enough. But you know that there's a particular sort of like group of elves who basically belong to effectively like a wrestling gig, as opposed to like anything but knowledgeable or learning. And
Yeah.
they're basically shunned by society because the high elves are all about knowledge gathering, spirituality, and things like that. Physicality is something which is very much frowned upon. So you basically recognise, you don't necessarily know specifically who they work for, where they're from, and stuff like that, what guild they're part of, but you know that, but you guess that they fit into this circle of people.
Yeah. Are we ready to go, maybe?
Let's get the gold.
I'm
Okay.
ready when
We might as well just take the bars with us for the sake of it. Can I use earthquake just to knock down the wall?
You can do.
Yeah, I've been
I was
doing
gonna ask
earthquake
if I
on the
could
wall and
take
just
a-
let them out.
I was going to ask if I could take a large boon as like an improvised club.
I gave you a dagger.
Oh, okay, I'll take the dagger.
A dagger that I stole and forgot that no one noticed I had.
I can't find. What are you trying to cast again?
Earth tremor?
I can't find that on your.
It's on my phone one.
Okay.
But basically, it's 10-foot radius
Okay.
earthquake.
Okay, so but the wall basically collapses, and the bards all sort of like cower with each other, and it's like, what the bloody hell was that?
You're free.
Oh, thank you. Why? Why are we free?
To go and annoy the dockers of the world.
But we're not here to annoy anybody. We're here to sing and be merry.
That's exactly what she said. Let's go.
Okay.
Rude.
Okay. Right. So, the kids are getting quite restless and want to go to bed. So, shall we call it there for this week and pick this up next time?
That sounds like a good place, actually.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
All right. And hopefully Liam will be able to join us next session.
Yeah, it's open.